Okay, so here we have the Cumbrae Farms Wagyu, raised on our own farm. You've seen the Wagyu, you've seen how it's been bred, how it's been fed. So here's the finished product. This is one of our heifers, came out really well. So what I'm going to do is, as well as showing you our Wagyu, you see that beautiful marbling in there, what I also want to show you is dry aging as well. So this is only a few days old, actually almost a week old, but I'm going to show you the whole process of dry aging. The full encasement, the eye of the meat is fully protected by the fat and bone, which is the only way you can dry age. You can't just put a piece of meat or a steak and stick it in the fridge and think it's going to age. That's not how it works. You have to have, the muscle has to be completely protected by the fat and bone casement around it. And then we take all it allows it to build up this hard crust and basically mold on the outside, and then cut all that away. We're going to age this for about 6 weeks, and then you'll see how it slowly changes and how the muscles break down. It's just incredible. It adds such a complexity of flavor to it and just makes it far, far, far superior. Not only does it tenderize it dramatically, but it also adds a beautiful, complex flavor. So here we are, week 1, and we'll come back and show you later. This exercise is to show you the true dry aging method and the breakdown of it. So all the enzymes are starting to take effect, starting to break down nicely, and as you can see, that lovely age on the outside there, that almost that hard crust and that mold forming on the outside. I just cut a little bit away in here just to show you what it looks like inside. You can see all the aging taking place on the outside, and then when you open it up in the middle, which I just sort of cut away at that a bit before, you can see that beautiful, there's that, of course, that amazing Wagyu marbling, but you see the bright red inside, and as nice as the day it was killed, or as fresh as the day it was killed. All the aging taking place on the outside, and then we'll come back and check this in about 3 more weeks when it should be absolutely optimal. I'd say that'll be roughly around 6 weeks, and then we will. You'll see that we cut all this black age off, and it continues to get more and more harder, and more crust, and more mold. But inside it stays, as I said, beautifully fresh, and you get to see the lovely, beautiful red steak. Just keeps on adding that complexity of flavor to it as well. The older it gets, not only does it tenderize, but it adds a real complexity. So we'll check back in around another 3 weeks' time, and then it should be ready to serve. Okay, so the end product. Here's the Wagyu. You've seen it at every stage, from basically a few days old right up to now. This is around 6 to 7 weeks now, and it's just, for me, it's about perfect right about now. So you see that, all that beautiful age, we're going to trim all that away, and you'll see it's got a lot of that fat coverage, the bone, everything is fully protected. So I'm going to cut away all this age now, and basically get it ready for the counter, or get it ready for a barbecue or a grill or whatever. But I'll clean it all up, and we'll show you what it looks like inside. So I'm basically removing the back bone off it. So this part here now, we'll just peel this cap off, and this will make any of the trim inside. This will make a beautiful burger with a nice, got that nice aged flavour to it as well. Okay, so now I'm going to take away that age. It's very important to get this off it, because otherwise it'll obviously not going to taste too good. And there you see inside, you see, of course, you see that incredible Wagyu marbling. And what happens is all that moisture's been bled out of it, or slowly dried out, and it's just incredibly nice and dry. There's no more moisture in there, which all that's left behind is it actually concentrates the marbling even more, and you see it even more pronounced now than when you first saw it. And that's classic Wagyu marbling there, nice fine knit, and this is going to eat just incredible. first. Now we'll trim her up. What I'm doing here is what we call the classic cowboy cut, which is a bone-in rib steak. There's your finished product, your cowboy cut Wagyu rib steak, which will probably be, I can safely say, that'll probably be about the best steak you've ever had, and I don't care what steak you've eaten before, that is truly as good as it gets. So as you can see, the dry aging method, if I showed you that now, you can still see, if you saw that in the counter, you think it was basically, apart from not seeing much moisture in the face, you think it was as fresh as the day it was killed. But that's the whole point, is the aging takes place on the outside. You let all that bacteria all break down, and then all the enzymes in the meat break down, and then you basically take it all away, you throw it all away, all that protective casement, which has kept the eye safe inside, and then it's ready to go.